Hello, my name is Xavier. I'm 15 and a student at Valencia High School. I like reading anything I can get my hands on, and on occasions, playing with Lego bricks. If I were to choose one word to describe myself, I would choose this: inquisitive. Whenever I encounter something new, whether I'm watching a YouTube video or reading a book, my impulse is to go onto the internet and read as much as I possibly can about this new thing. One question that I'll often ask is, how did something end up like that? So it should be no surprise to any of you that I often read about the history of things. Today I'd like to share two examples of what I think belonging is. The first one, of course, comes from history. The year is 1947, in the Mandate of Palestine. Tensions are at an all-time high with the people that we will be focusing on, the Druze, conflicted. They don't know whether they should support the formation of a Jewish state, and so their leaders would endeavor to maintain the neutrality of their people in the coming dispute. When the Arab High Committee, the main opposition to the formation of Israel, instigated several riots that would lead to a state of civil war throughout the Mandate of Palestine for the next year, the Druze decided it was best to maintain their neutrality and not partake in the events. They wouldn't support the Jews, but neither would they support their fellow Arabs. However, the Druze could not maintain their neutrality forever. And when the civil war came to their villages, they had no choice but to take up arms against the aggression. It was almost by accident, really, that they ended up fighting with the Jews instead of against them. But in fighting together, side by side, they stumbled into bonds of brotherhood between their two peoples that last to this day. My next example is from my own personal life. During my early years of elementary school, I was the new kid, the transfer that wasn't even meant to be there. Everyone had already known each other since preschool, but this was kindergarten. This is where things need to get real, folks. I tried so hard that year, trying to get to know as many people as I possibly could. I even made a few friends, but my mind eventually came to the conclusion that I should associate myself with the popular ones. And why? Surely, if I knew the popular ones, people would have to acknowledge my existence. And so for 3 years, I would try and try, but it was only really in the middle of 3rd grade when I felt like I belonged. One day, when I was being excluded by the popular ones, yet again, it was really a part of my routine at this point, I decided that I had had enough. If they weren't going to appreciate me for me, I might as well stop trying to hang out around them. And it was lunch that same day when I reconnected with 2 boys that I had met in kindergarten. We talked, and we found that we had similar interests. And like the Druze in Palestine, I found myself belonging to a group I never thought I could. So, what should you all take away from this? Belonging is knowing that you are where you are supposed to be. And while it is good to endeavor to belong somewhere, after all, humans are social creatures and we need it to maintain our health, it's important also to remember that you shouldn't try too hard, because you might end up belonging somewhere you never even thought possible. Which is why it's important we should all be open to any opportunity that comes our way in life. Thank you.